Shalom, 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 shalom. Back for another quick hit. And first and foremost, as always, before I get started, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakah Hakwadash, and double honors to the head apostles / elder bishops of Great Millstone who teach and who rule well. Peace, blessings, and safety to all you sincere Akim. Keep pushing, keep believing, and keep the faith, regardless of whether people hear or forbear. All right. And this is going to be a reaction to a video that I saw from Elder Manatazak Ba of GMS South Carolina 08. All right. And this is pretty much going into how Canada is introducing a bill. All right. You see here the bill C-367. All right. And we're going to read, all right, exactly what it says. Okay. So it says the first session of the 44th Parliament, all right, House of Commons of Canada, Bill C-367, an act to amend the criminal code, promotion of hatred or anti-Semitism, in parentheses. The first reading was November 28th, 2023. All right, and here's a summary of this bill. All right, it says, this enactment amends the criminal code to eliminate as a defense against willful promotion of hatred or anti-Semitism the fact that a person in good faith expressed or attempted to establish by an argument an opinion on a religious subject or an opinion based on a belief in a religious text. All right, so pretty much the way that when you go out there, all right, if you say certain things, it can be known as hate speech, and that's a crime. Okay, so essentially, before, all right, and this has not been, I don't think this is passed into law, and this is in Canada, all right, by the way, but if it's in Canada, I would not be surprised if it's going to start in the United States soon come. And I think actually in Florida, they did try to enact a bill like this. But essentially what it's saying is that if you get a citation or you get some kind of offense for hate speech, you will not be able to use the defense of religious belief. All right, that's pretty much all it's saying. All right, and what this is going to lead to, and what they're really trying to do, is persecute, all right, the prophets. Okay, because no one else is really going out there on the highways and byways and speaking anything, all right, that is against the ways of this world, all right, or, you know, as it says here, anti-Semitism. Okay, I mean, maybe the Christians, you know, they'll go up against the alphabet community, all right, but other than that, no one else is really out there, you know, really bringing out the 100% truth according to the Bible and telling exactly who the 1948ers are, all right, the JOOs, all right, the Jewish people, all right, really only the Hebrew Israelites are telling you exactly who they are, all right, who Esau is, okay, who's a so-called white man. All right, no one else is doing that except for the prophets, all right, breaking down these prophecies of what's getting ready to come, how the Lord is getting ready to destroy his world and his kingdom. So this bill, pretty much this is their first stand, I would say, to try to shut down the ministry. And that's exactly what's going to happen, but it's all in the will of the Lord. Let's go ahead and get that right quick. All right, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai is in control of all this. All right, he's in control of the timeline. All right, and the famine of the word is one of the first prophecies that we're looking to happen. All right, that's really going to signal the beginning of that persecution. All right, this is Proverbs chapter 21 and verse 1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, as the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. All right, so we don't have kings in today's modern day time, at least not in the Western world. All right, so the kings will represent the governors, the leaders, the president, all right, stuff like that. All right, anyone that's in a high position of authority in Western society. All right, so that's, I mean, if I kind of skipped through that. Okay, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, as the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. All right, so the Lord is controlling these politicians, or he's controlling the president, he's controlling the world leaders. All right, and once again, this is all his will to bring on the famine of the word. All right, which we're going to read about right now. Here, Amos chapter 8 and verse 11. It says, "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, and not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord." All right. And that word famine, okay. The word famine, get the definition on it. Okay, a widespread scarcity of food, followed by regional malnutrition, starvation, and epidemic. Okay. All right, and this it is going to be a famine because this word is our spiritual food. All right. When the Lord said, eat of my flesh and drink of my blood. Okay. When you eat something, you're eating food. All right. This word is food. When the Lord said that, all right, that's a parable. All right, pretty much going into how, because He's the Word incarnated. He said you need to study and digest this word. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and get a scripture, all right, where it shows you, it likens the understanding unto food. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 55. All right, Isaiah chapter 55 and let's see, Isaiah chapter 55 and verse 1. It says, "Ho, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the waters, and he that hath no money, come ye, buy and eat. Yea, come, buy wine and milk without money and without price." All right, so he's saying, come and you can get all the spiritual water, all right, all the wine and milk that you need. All right, he's talking about this understanding. He says, "Wherefore do you spend money for that which is not bread?" All right, so why do you spend money for that which is not, it's not going to satisfy you? And you labor for that which satisfieth not. Hearken diligently unto me, and eat ye that which is good, and let your soul delight itself in fatness. All right, this is not talking about actual food, it's talking about spiritual food. It says, verse 3, "Incline your ear and come unto me, hear, and your soul shall live, and I will make an everlasting covenant with you, even the sure mercies of David." All right, so that famine of the word, all right, it's going to be a famine of the words of the Lord, all right, which is our spiritual food. All right, this is what nourishes our spirit. All right, and the Lord, once again, this is all His doing, because right now the gates of mercy are open. All right, the prophets are still out there doing the work, giving the warnings out. All right, but He's getting ready to shut the mouths of the prophets. All right, when that persecution arises, all right, once again, this is going to kick off the famine of the word. All right, you're not going to see the men out there doing the work anymore. And if you don't have this knowledge, wisdom, understanding, then you're not going to have any stability in those times. All right, this is Psalm chapter 39 and verse 9. And it reads, it says, "I was dumb, I opened not my mouth, because thou didst it." All right, so the Lord is going to close up the mouths of the prophets. All right, so that we are not able to give answers to the people in that time, because, as I said right now, the gates of mercy are open right now. All right, you should have been listening to the words at the mouths of the prophets that are coming out right now. All right, everybody's going to wait until all hell break loose, and then they're going to want to seek the knowledge, wisdom, understanding. But by that point, it's going to be too late. All right, this is Ezekiel 3 and 26. He says, "And I will make thy tongue cleave to the roof of thy mouth." All right, that word cleave means to stick to. All right, He's going to make our tongue stick to the roof of our mouths, that thou shalt be dumb. All right, and in this context, all right, dumb doesn't mean like intellectually challenged. All right, it means like deaf, like you're not able to speak. Okay, and it says, and shalt not be to them a reprover. A reprover is a corrector. All right, for they are a rebellious house. Let's read that again. Ezekiel 3 and 26. "And I will make thy tongue cleave to the roof of thy mouth, that thou shalt be dumb, and shall not be to them a reprover, for they are a rebellious house." So in that day, we're not going to be giving warning. We're not going to be giving corrections. All right, because all that is happening right now. No one wants it. All right, but when that time comes, all right, they're going to be searching for it. All right. Said 2 Ezra 8 and 5. It's like 2 Ezra chapter 5 and verse 1. Okay, it says, "Nevertheless, as coming the tokens," all right, and the word that tokens goes into signs. Okay, so the Lord has given us signs that these things are getting ready to happen on the face of the earth. It says, "Nevertheless, as coming the tokens, behold," pay attention, "the days shall come that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith." All right, So they that dwell upon the earth shall be taken in great number. What does that mean? All right, that means there's going to be mass death all over the earth. All right. It says, and the way of truth shall be hidden. All right. Once again, going into that famine of the word. All right. Because this is the way of truth is found in these scriptures. All right. It says, and the land shall be barren of faith. All right. Because people, their heart is going to melt. All right. When they see all these chaos break loose and they have no answers because the Christian church ain't giving them no answers. The Catholic church ain't giving them no answers. They're not going to know what the hell to do. All right. But the elect is going to know exactly what to do because we've been studying. Lord's will we be that number. All right, we've been studying. We've been digging into the prophecies, and the Lord says He's going to guide those who keep His commandments. All right. It says, "In the land that thou seest now to have root, shalt thou see wasted suddenly." So it's going to happen like a thief in the night. People are going to bug out, man. All right, they're going to freak out because everything is going to completely flip in an instant. All right. I meant to get this other verse in Amos. Let's get Amos 8 and I get 11 and 12 together. All right. Amos 8 and 11. It says, "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land." All right. Not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. All right, so people are gonna be, you say, where are those guys that always preach on the corner? All right, they're gonna be running around trying to find, the men of the Lord, because no one else is gonna have any answers to what's going on. All right, it's gonna be just pure confusion. All right, and people are gonna, like I said, they're gonna bug out, man. All right, they're not gonna know what to do. But Lord's will, we be hidden, and even if they are able to find some of us, or they recognize us, we're not gonna be able to tell them anything because the Lord is gonna shut up our mouths. All right. Once again, you should have been seeking the Lord and finding this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right, while the gates of mercy were still open. Let's get a few more scriptures. I'm gonna wrap it up. Ezekiel chapter 7, and let's see. Hang on. Wow, so lucky. Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse 24 or 25. All right, and this happened before, but it's getting ready to happen again. Okay, and this is exactly what happens whenever calamity strikes. Everybody wants answers, but see, what this is gonna be a different time than what's ever been on the face of the earth. All right, this is not gonna be like any other time. Okay, this is Ezekiel 7 and 25. It says, "Destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none." It says, "Mischief shall come upon mischief, and rumor shall be upon rumor. Then shall they seek a vision of the prophet, but the law will perish from the priest, and counsel from the ancients." All right, that word counsel goes into advice. Okay, so even if you do find a man in the Lord in that day, all right, he's not gonna be able to give you any advice. All right, he's not gonna have anything to say, and quite frankly, me myself, I'm not really gonna want to talk to you because you've had all this time to seek this knowledge, wisdom, understanding. All right, if you weren't seeking the Lord in that day, then hey, it's too late. It's too late for you. Now, the Lord could have mercy, but according to the prophecies, all right, that for the vast majority of people, that's how it's gonna go down. All right. So, anyways, let's I'll close out with this. All right. The same way that they're trying to do this now. All right, they did the same thing back then. Because really, all this is really getting started up to begin the persecution, all right, of the Israelites. So let's go right here. This is 2 Maccabees chapter 6, and let's see. Okay, 2 Maccabees chapter 6 and verse 1. This is what it's going to come down to eventually. All right, the people is going to be, as it says in 2 Ezra 16, I think around verse 70. It says that the burning wrath of a great multitude shall come upon you. All right, so pretty much the Israelites are going to be persecuted. All right, but the Lord said, "Fear none of these things which thou shalt suffer." All right, 2 Maccabees chapter 6. Here's an example of it even going back to the time of the Greeks. All right, 2 Maccabees 6 and 1. It says, "Not long after this, the king sent an old man of Athens to compel the Jews to depart from the laws of their fathers and not to live after the laws of Yahweh, and to pollute also the temple in Jerusalem, and to call it the temple of Jupiter Olympius, and that in Gerizim of Jupiter the defender of strangers, as they did desire that dwelt in the place." All right, so pretty much they came to the to the Jews, the Southern Kingdom, right, so-called Negroes, all right, and they pretty much said, hey, you got to turn away from the laws of your forefathers. We want your temple that's in Jerusalem to be dedicated to our false idol, all right. And Esau has successfully done this all around the world. You got white Jesus in every Christian church on every corner all over America, all right. So in today's time, that white Jesus represents Jupiter Olympius, all right. It says the coming in of this mischief was sore and grievous to the people, for the temple was filled with riot and reveling by the Gentiles, who dallied with harlots and had to do with women within the circuit of the holy places, and besides that, brought in things that were not lawful. All right, so in a lot of these different pagan customs, they had temple prostitutes. All right, so men would go in there and they would sleep with these temple prostitutes, which was an abomination. All right, so they were pretty much just trampling all over. All right, the religion of the Israelites, all right, which was serving Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right, verse 5, it says, the altar also was filled with profane things which the law forbiddeth. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient feasts, or to profess himself at all to be a Jew. All right. So I'm going to keep reading. It says, and in the day of the king's birth, every month they were brought by bitter constraint to eat of the sacrifices. And when the fast of Bacchus was kept, the Jews were compelled to go in procession to Bacchus carrying ivy. All right. So pretty much they were trying to force them to take part in their pagan customs. All right. And that's exactly literally what happened with Christianity. All right, our people were beat into submission. All right, they beat the heritage out of us. All right, they beat our names out of us, our language out of us. All right, and that's all in the curses. Okay, thou shalt discontinue from thine heritage. But all right, once again, I'm not, that's not going to happen again. All right, the Lord is getting ready to deliver us, but we are going to suffer extreme persecution. All right, and they're going to make it pretty much if you are a Hebrew Israelite, all right, and you are especially one of the men that's doing the work, that's one of the prophets, you are going to be public enemy number one. All right, and this is the beginning of it. All right, this bill right here that I just read to you about. All right, once again, it's in Canada right now, but it's a very high chance that something similar to this is going to end up coming to the States, and they're going to use it pretty much to try to lock up you Israelites. All right. And, it's all part of the movie, though, man. I mean, the Lord said, he said, fear none of these things which thou shalt suffer. For the devil, all right, Esau, Edom, okay, the so-called white man, he's the one that controls the prisons. All right, for the devil shall cast some of you into prison. Let's get that, and then I'll get ready to close out. All right, Revelation chapter 2 and verse 10. All right, it says, this is Lord Yahushua speaking in red letter. It says, fear none of these things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. All right, that's just a segment of time. All right, could be more than 10, could be less. It says, be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. All right. But anyways, man, once again, Lord's will, this was edifying. All right, we are going to come into those times of suffering extreme persecution. All right, being enemy, public enemy number one. And Lord's will, we remain faithful unto the end, and we receive that crown of life. Okay, but anyways, with that being said, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. All right, double honors to the head apostles / elder bishops of Great Millstone, who teach and who rule well and who taught me this truth. Peace, blessings, and safety to all you sincere Akim and Aqua. Keep pushing, keep believing, keep the faith, regardless of what people hear or whether they forbear. All right, Shalom and a Bible ball. One day closer.